You want to know what I'm the most curious about? I want to know if she can stand without her stand, because she does seem to be a bit top heavy. And I'm also curious about how tall Sonon is, because these figures are usually pretty accurate to the in-game models, and Sonon is going to be standing next to Sephiroth in my collection. You'll see that at the end. I'm the most excited for Sonon, so I'll save him for the end. I think the color looks good on her, this beige. This looks better than in-game, because in-game it just looks white. Wait, are they supposed to be like that? Okay, so you don't get the full hair on her because it all just goes back in her neck. Ugh, that's weird. Don't know how I feel about that. Oh, this is so cool. I think this might be my first ever for real translucent materia. She's definitely gonna have this in her hand. Look at that. It doesn't really look green. It looks more like the white materia. See that? And it has a seam. Oh wow, that's an ugly seam. And I like how you can see my VHS tape in the background there. You can see that in this, and it's upside down. Oh, I'm gonna make her show up right way up. Oh, there you go. Nice. Science. I don't know why it does that, but I did know it does that. Oh, she's quite a light figure, actually. Oh, of course. I was about to forget the weapon. Ooh. And of course, it too has materia. I never knew that her weapon had this. It looks like that thing from Star Wars. What is that? It's probably always been there. It's like a bird on the moon. I don't like that you have to remove the head to remove the last piece of plastic, because I'm not really a fan of posing these any more than I absolutely have to, because no matter how little I move them, they always end up loose. I guess I'll just have to sort of dismantle her face to get this last piece of plastic off. I got it off. Oh, that's ugly. You can see right in. She doesn't really have her vest on. It's just like an illusion, because you're gonna have to put this over like that, and then it looks like she's wearing her vest. But this is an ugly joint right there. They should have made the inside of that this beige color instead of like her skin color. That's just weird. Oh, but hey, we can see a lot more of her than I thought, which makes sense. Okay, she is able to stand just fine on her own, which I was afraid of. However, here's a problem though. She's holding the materia in her right hand, and it's attached to the hand. And she can only hold the shuriken in her right hand as well. And I can't not display this shuriken. It's the best looking one of all the ones that I have. I already have 8 Yuffie figures, and this is my 9th. And I'm really happy that she can stand properly without the stand and everything, because that's like a common problem with the Yuffie figures. I think it's because of the concept art from 97. She's standing kind of on one leg, and all of her figures sort of do the same. This one is luckily cheating. They just made one of her feet bigger in the back, but in the front it does look like she's holding that foot up. And I also think there's supposed to be something wrong with this leg, because she has all this stuff on it. And actually in intermission, I don't know if you've noticed this, but she walks with a limp, which I thought, at first I thought it was like a mistake, like her animation is lagging or something. They're missing a few frames, because it does look kind of weird, and she runs just fine. But I think she's supposed to be limping there. You can see she's holding that leg up. And also, out of the 9 figures that I now have, this is the biggest one. And I'm actually suspecting that this is the biggest Yuffie figure that has ever been made. And it's not that big, because Yuffie is a small character, but this is the smallest Yuffie figure that I have, and presumably the smallest that's ever been made, and you can see the comparison. That's I like that. Maybe I can make her hold it. I haven't really tried to pose this hand. It is kind of weird with all these moving parts. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Perfect. It's like in Star Wars when they walk up and they just have like a hologram of someone.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Or is that Star Wars? I'm mixing things up. I don't watch Star Wars. I don't know. She's more loose than I think most of my Play Arts Kai figures, especially in the knees. Like the knees are so easy to bend. Look at that. With one finger. That's way too easy to bend. It's perhaps because her knees are so thin. That's probably it, because they're held on with like friction. Sonon is actually my favorite of the new characters. It was a Roach for a while, but Sonon is better. Like, I think he fits in perfectly with the rest of the cast. I like him that much. I would have accepted him as like part of the crew. They're always kind of awkward in the boxes. And his hair is actually more brown here than in the game. In the game it looks more black, but here it's just brown. It's like a really light color. And his eye color, look at that. It's like borderline yellow. What's up with that? Oh wow, that's a really open hand. That's cool. No! No! I mean, what were we expecting really? With that small of a part? Ah, shit. And this just looks like a pencil, by the way. Look at the... But no! No! That's a really tiny part. I bet that's like the most common freaking thing with this figure. I think it's more common to get it damaged than it is to get it not damaged. Ugh. Alright, I'll fix it. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. You'll see it by the end of the video. It's gonna be fine. Damn it. Ow! That's sharp enough to cut a rope. You gotta be careful with this one. But these are actually kind of heavy, so I'm guessing there's like a metal rod inside. Oh, yeah. I didn't have to guess. You can see it. Fuck. I like Sonon's style. It's stylish, but also it looks comfortable what he's wearing. Can he stand? That would be nice. Man, his knees are loose. Very loose. But this thing right here, it's very... doesn't seem like you can turn him, even. What's the point of such a hard seam if you can't turn it? Like, literally, you can't turn it. So that seam is just fucking pointless. Oh my god. But you can turn this part, it seems. No, not even that. Okay, I got him to stand at least, somewhat. He's a cool character, but kind of shitty figure, I guess. Like, I can't really get him straight. This seam is literally glued. You can see the glue there. See that? So that's weird. And he's kind of crooked. Like, he's standing. I have to kind of... Oh, that's just weird. Like, why is he leaning so much? Okay, there you go. We got it in the end. I probably shouldn't make videos of me unboxing these PlayArts Kais because all I do is complain. If this is the last time you see a PlayArts Kai on this channel, now you know why. But yeah, like I was saying, Sonon is such a great character. He could fit right in with the original crew. The way he stands in battle, his victory pose, I just recently noticed that. He's basically like a mentally stable cloud with a staff. That's him. That's Sonon. He's just cool. His color scheme is great. He kind of looks like how Sora from Kingdom Hearts, how he should look by now, if you know what I mean. Like, he should have gotten older, and this is the same color scheme that he had in Kingdom Hearts 3. I remember when I was young and I saw the trailer for Birth by Sleep, I was like, ooh, I thought Terra was Sora in that trailer. I was like, wow, Sora looks so cool, finally, he grew up. That's a long time ago, and I thought, wow, finally, he's old. But look, I mean, that was destined to fail. Look how tiny that little piece is. It's attached to that little part right there. Oh my god, that's tiny. That's tiny. What were they expecting? Why isn't this metal? Why isn't at least the attachment metal? You could put like one of those small things that you put on like keychains and screw it into this thing. And then it's stuck to that, and then you attach it. Not like a tiny plastic thing. My god, that's a terrible design flaw. Alright, I think it's time to fix Sonon and put him in my collection. And I fixed it. I fixed the pencil. Let's see who's taller. I have a guess, but okay, Sephiroth is fucking tall. I feel like we knew that, but... you know, and this is Yuffie's part of the collection. So far, as you've seen, I have 8 figures. They're barely figures, like it's this statue, the Kolka statue, which was pulverized in the mail, and I had to put her back together piece by piece. And then I have a bunch of keychains and tiny figures, which I like. I like these a lot, but you wouldn't look at them and say, oh, that's a figure collection or whatever. You would say that's a statue and some keychains. So it's nice to have something people will look at and say, well, that's finally a figure. And to continue my Yuffie collection, I'm adding Sonon first. So he looks pretty good right there, next to Sephiroth. Yeah, he basically has his own spot, but I'm counting him, if I ever have to move this and have sections like I do now, he's just always going to be part of Yuffie, no matter what. I can't imagine that we're going to get more figures of him, ever. And now let's see if she can stand in the collection. That would be nice. Oh, she's actually quite tall with the palm on her head. Can you please stand? think I'll get the shuriken behind this. That way, if she does fall, something's gonna stop her. Oh no! She's been standing for so long when I wasn't recording, god damn it. And now, as soon as it's finicky and high up and the camera's in my way, I can't fucking make her stand. Oh, you. Well, now you can stand. What the hell? I'm pretty happy with that. I think she took up a lot more space than I assumed. She's basically touching the upper shelf right here. And I didn't think of this before this, but actually Leviathan is right there. I have 2 Leviathan figures, and that's kind of fitting, actually. Okay, so this doesn't look perfect, but I'll move some stuff around once I put the camera away and stuff, because right now I can barely reach this place. Not only is it high up, like this is above my head. This is basically as high as my hands can reach, and this the tripod is really in my way right now. So I collect Final Fantasy VII figures, and I share my opinions related to that. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then don't forget the lard.